Okay, and we are live with another WWE Raw review on this September 8th, 2015. Your host, as always, Tony, with my two co-hosts, the Bizarre One, Dave. How are you doing tonight, Dave?
I'm good.
And Justin, as always. How you doing tonight, Justin?
Couldn't be better. I'm doing great.
All right, awesome. We're going to run through this Raw because, to be honest with you, it wasn't that great. It was pretty much the season ending of Raw because their season premiere is next week. So expect that one to be pretty good.
Which makes no sense.
We'll touch more on that next week on a pretty huge Raw where they announced two title matches, which will be Brie taking on not Brie, Nikki Bella taking on Charlotte, and then we're gonna have the tag titles between the Primetime Players and the New Day. And the winner of that match will face the Dudleys at Night of Champions. So we'll do a little quick rundown of Raw last night, and then if you guys are interested, we're also going to make a NFL picks Week 1 edition. We're going to be making our own picks for the whole NFL season and see who wins out of us three. We picked 4 games, 3 of them that are on primetime TV, and then we have our own. We have our own little wild card game, I guess you can say, as one of us pick our own game, so we don't end up being a tie or something like that. Monday night, actually Week 1, there is 4 primetime games, so we're going to go with the 4 primetime games, and then the wild card pick by one of us, like I said. So let's go into Raw, which started off with Seth Rollins' promo. Not much to really talk about it, other than that he was pissed at what Sting did, and he wants his statue back. Pretty much showed Sting in the backstage area with his statue, saying that if you want it, come and get it. He goes backstage. He goes up to Stephanie McMahon, pretty much asking her where Triple H is at. We need a plan to figure out how we're going to do this. And which then led to Triple H coming up into the locker room and making Seth Rollins wrestle in 2 matches to warm up for his matches that he's going to have at the Night of Champions pay-per-view. The first match, he said, that will be champion versus champion. Ryback takes on Seth Rollins. And then the second match will be a six-man tag match with New Day and Seth Rollins taking on the Primetime Players and the man John Cena. We'll go with Dave. First, your quick thoughts on the opening segment of Raw.
I enjoyed it because Rollins was just throwing the crap out of everyone, being that heel that everyone hates. Because they were just kind of boring, and they hated his boring and long promo. It got, but it was a little dull, and that's who he is. You hate him. He's the new Triple H, where you're gonna pay the big bucks, well, in this case, $9.99, just to see him lose the titles. And so that's the big thing. If you're gonna pay to see someone lose, it's more than you would pay to see him win. So I mean, that's the big thing. I never want Rollins to lose the title, and he keeps getting away with the title. Whether he loses next weekend or not, I mean, that's to be determined yet. But the opening segment was good. I enjoyed the stuff with Triple H, and jumping up there was pretty funny. And it became the Sting and Rollins show pretty much tonight. It was pretty entertaining.
Yeah. Justin?
Yeah, I mean, Seth Rollins on the mic is damn good. He's very good on the mic. He basically talked about both his matches at Night of Champions. He said John Cena politicked his way into his match, basically forcing Stephanie McMahon to say, yes, you got a match at the Night of Champions. And he talked up the Sting match, pretty good in my opinion.
Oh wait, didn't we skip Sheamus coming out too?
No, he came out afterwards.
Well, yeah, I did come out during that segment. Just really, not really much. He just told Seth Rollins that he needs to watch his back.
Yeah, he basically said he was talking.
I think that Rollins could get that little bit of that CM Punk type fan base from the heels or the faces from the crowd, because he got a pretty good reaction. Everyone hates Sheamus anyway, so.
Right. Go ahead, Justin. Continue.
Oh yeah, no. Sheamus just basically said, "Watch your back, because you might have 3 matches at Night of Champions."
Right.
That's basically all he said. But no, yeah. The segment, I liked it. Seth Rollins is selling both of his matches right now, so I'm excited. I'm excited for Night of Champions to see what's going to happen.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I thought it was a good. It would be nice if they don't always open up with a promo each Raw. It'd be nice to open up with a match every now and then.
Vince McMahon wanting that hook.
But
like they said on the podcast, like, you gotta get drawn in.
But the promo was good. Yeah, he's getting the boring chants, but I think Rollins is doing that shit on purpose. It's pretty much.
Yeah, it's a heel. I mean, it's a heel response, basically.
Right. So, yeah, it is what it is. It was pretty much like Dave said, the Sting and Rollins show tonight. First match of the night, which I think was Sasha Banks taking on Paige in a rematch from last week in the Beat the Clock challenge, where the match only lasted like a minute and a half, where Paige couldn't get the victory. So they had the match last night. The match was pretty good. Sasha Banks ends up getting the win via distraction, roll-up and distraction from Tamina. So yeah, Paige loses again. She's on a nice little losing streak right now. I can't remember the last time she's actually won a singles match. The NXT Divas are still undefeated in singles matches. And, yeah. Any thoughts on that, Justin? We'll go with you first.
Yeah, I mean, these last couple of weeks I'd been getting frustrated with all these matches because they hadn't been doing so good. You know, whoever it was fighting between this Divas Revolution, they haven't been good at all. You know, last night they had a good match. You know, I think they have some pretty good chemistry together in the ring. I mean, both of these girls have been wrestling for 10 years or so, maybe 8 years. I don't know about Sasha, but you know, they had a good match in the ring. Ended. I didn't like the ending with the roll up. I wish they would have tapped her out, but I mean, that's how it went. So we can't complain about it, I guess. But I like the match. They did good.
Yeah, and I know everybody's getting tired of seeing the same women involved in the feud. So hopefully, maybe after Night of Champions, we'll get some more women involved in the feuds.
I hope so.
Not really sure what's going on with that. But Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed this match. I thought it was a really good match. It was probably the best match on the whole show. I mean, because I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, Ryback on is pretty good. But, I mean, yeah, I think that match is probably better. And, I mean, it's funny because I wonder if now Sasha will have an argument about getting the title back because she beat Nikki. And TCB had said, when we all win, when one of us win, we all win. So when one of you lose, do you all lose? And so maybe that opens the door to say Sasha also has the argument to get the title shot.
Yeah, I know Sasha did tweet out her a picture of her tapping Nikki out. So
maybe you go somewhere that route, or say that Nikki next week keeps the title by DQ or something like that. You know, and then she should get a title shot, or she wins by a count out, Charlotte. So I mean, they can do where they add Sasha to the next two, and they have just like a triple threat. It doesn't make no sense not to have a Divas title match on the show.
Right. So it's going to be an interesting next Monday night for sure. What was after that, Justin? Was it the Rollins?
Yeah, Reigns Ambrose versus the Ascension, which was basically nothing.
Yeah, Reigns Ambrose versus the Ascension squash match, just to get Reigns and Ambrose back on the winning track. Wyatt's came. I know they did. They came up on the screen. I'm not really sure exactly what they said. I can't remember everything, but it was pretty much just threatening them, telling them they're not going to win, and
yeah, the usual Wyatt stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. Good luck trying to find a third partner. So on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. Nothing really to talk about there. Next, was that the Rollins match?
Rollins Ryback, yeah.
Rollins, Ryback. We'll go with you, Dave. What'd you think of the match?
That's actually pretty good. It was better than I thought it would be. And yeah, I mean the match was good. I mean Ryback ended up actually getting the win because of Sting. So I mean, yeah, we continue on this little saga we had throughout the whole 3 hours with Sting popping up sporadically throughout the night, and cost Rollins the match. The match was actually, like I said, I thought it was a good match. And I mean, we also seen, I think, before this interview, and then Owens popped up.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's looking like they're cheesing a match. So we'll probably find out within the next my SmackDown, which is taping tonight, or sometime next week. That maybe Owens versus Ryback for the title, which I've been talking a lot about both the Sheamus, because I think he would bring more prestige to that title than Ryback really can right now. And I'm trying to crap on Ryback, but he's done good. But
I think he's just gotten kind of stale.
He got hurt
with it.
Well, I mean, Ryback hasn't really been having like a really a good shot or chance with the IC title.
Yeah, he wrestled like Big Show with the Miz for like 2 months, and he got for like a month, and he got injured. Then it got delayed, so it made that feud even longer. So they really gave him kind of a crappy title on if it does end with Owens, which more than likely Owens will win the title because he would probably be better suited in. It's smart not making Owens the #1 guy. Like give him the title, the world title right now. Let him have a slow build to becoming champion. Make him be IC champ for a while. And it worked.
Yeah, Justin?
Yeah, the only gripe I have about the match is the way it ended, which was they ended up with a roll-up also.
Right.
I was kind of hoping maybe shell-shocked at least or something like that. But, yeah, the match was good. I know Rollins got some air when they did some back body drops. He went high up in the air on those. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, the match was good. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's the only gripe I have about the match was the ending, which I just hate the roll-up ending.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you're right. It could have ended with Ryback's finisher. Turned him around. He turns around and hits him with the shell shock or something like that. But
yeah, I think it's more like the thing. He got distracted. You know how it used to be back in the day when the guy who wasn't supposed to win the match, the other guy gets distracted and he gets caught with a roll-up. I think it's more something like that.
Yeah.
Somebody sleeping.
I understand that, but we had one in the same instance, a match or 2 matches ago where, Paige loses by the same day. So I see why Justin didn't like the finish, but I mean, I get what you're saying, but it would have been, I don't think it really matters how you win if you're distracted, but yeah, it doesn't make Rollins look bad if you lose, I guess, by a roll-up.
Yeah, that's true.
It's almost like it's almost kind of similar to how you guys might remember this, but Bret Hart beating Diesel with that roll-up, I believe, to win the title.
Right.
A long time ago. But it's kind of like, you'd rather see him tap out than give him a roll-up.
I feel you. So yeah, Rollins loses. He's pissed off. Sting distracts him again, and pretty much the whole night you don't see Sting enter the ring. He's just
videos, yeah,
trolling Rollins next to his statue,
which is pretty good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Next, Justin.
Orton, Sheamus. I'm getting tired of this match.
For the 15,000th time, it's Orton versus Sheamus. And we don't really need to talk about this. I mean, it wasn't a bad match. I think it's just that everybody is sick and tired of this match in particular.
Now, the ending after the match was pretty good. I mean, we got answers to some stuff, I guess.
Yeah, they show before the match, they show Orton talking to Reigns and Ambrose like they're trying to maybe recruit him to join the team. And after the match was over, after Randy Orton wins, yes, he beats Sheamus again, the Wyatt family end up attacking Orton. So I don't know if that's just them saying, that they're taking him out of action, so he's not able to join them if he wanted to, or if it's just like he doesn't want to because he doesn't want to face that kind of a dominating group. Either way, I don't think Orton will be the third man anyways.
Which is funny because when I texted you the other day, I said, oh, shit, I think I might have called it. They were talking about maybe putting Rowan with them. I was like, damn it.
Oh, right. Rowan's kind of making some cryptic tweets out there that he may return, which I hope not. I hope it's an NXT guy, or if anybody, someone
I think
returning.
Orton would be a big letdown if it is him.
Right. So Orton wins. I hope we don't see. I mean, I would not be surprised if we see this rematch.
I hope not.
Sheamus and Orton again?
Well, he won at SummerSlam. He beat him on Raw. They're split 1-1. So I mean, it could
Well,
happen.
this was the third. Supposedly, they said this is the ending to the chapter. Blah blah blah.
I pray to God it is.
This year or next year it will be. I mean, didn't we just have the same feud in 2010 or 2013 or whatever?
You're not supposed to remember that long ago, apparently. So, oh
we
well.
got the WWE Network, so we can't forget.
Right. Next, Justin.
The Dudleys and Los Matadores. What another kind of.
Another squash match just to get the Dudleys on the winning track, and then the Matadores turn on El Torito. Oh no.
There's a rumor going around that there's a possible gimmick change for one of the Los Matadores. Maybe put it back as Epical and Primo. Which would be nice. I really can't stand that.
I hate them. Yeah.
They deserve better than that. They're a good tag team. They're actually good wrestlers, so they actually deserve better.
Yeah, they're really good. Yeah.
Maybe
those two, just Epical and Primo, works better, I think.
Maybe Torito turns into the Dudley Boys mascot.
I was just gonna say that, kind of like Hornswoggle was for DX.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Spike must be busy.
Yeah. After that, Justin.
Cesaro and The Miz.
It never even happened, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the match was okay until Big Show gets involved.
And Miz ran to the crowd.
Runs into the crowd, and then the Big Show comes and socks Cesaro in the face. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see. I wouldn't mind seeing Cesaro take on Big Show. It's something different,
yeah, that
at
would be
least.
interesting, yeah.
To see his power. That'd be, yeah.
Like a contenders match or something for those three.
I know he knocked him the hell out, though. When he was walking back, he knocked Cesaro out pretty good.
Yeah, so.
And Cesaro lately has been losing to us 3 straight matches, I think, already. So
yeah, so maybe him facing Big Show, he'll get back on the winning track. Like we said, not much of a match. Probably some setting up in the future between maybe the 3 guys, or excuse me, Big Show and Cesaro. What was after that, Justin?
After that was Bella's segment. Nothing. Charlotte came down and just put her in the figure 8. That's about it.
Yeah, like we announced earlier, Charlotte pretty much said that she went to the Authority and got them to make the match for next Monday night. I'm not sure if that means that there's not going to be a match on Sunday if she loses. I'm not sure about that. But I'm pretty sure this is WWE's way of saying thank you, Nikki Bella, but you're not breaking the record. And we'll see.
I guarantee you during their match, right when the match ends, it's going to go 3, 2, 1.
John Cena.
What's that?
What?
What, Dave?
I was just saying, I think Nikki Bella is the women's version of John Cena, where she's going to be the longest reigning.
I don't think it really means that much to be the longest reigning diva.
Yeah.
No one's going to beat the longest reigning, which was 10 years by what's her face?
Well, that's a different title, though, Mila. But, yeah, I mean, that's the women's title. This is the Divas title. I won't be surprised if Lynch Finley does win the title, either next Monday or at Night of Champions. I won't be surprised if they bring back the women's championship.
That would be nice.
About everyone saying they want that title back. And so I won't be surprised that title gets brought back. And then whoever's the longest reigning that title, Divas title, will just get retired.
Right. So we'll see what happens next Monday. I'm expecting a good match between the two at least. Hopefully they'll give them at least a decent amount of time in the ring. Hopefully longer than maybe 10 to 15 minutes. That'd be nice.
Well, I bet you what's going to happen when they're fighting, that damn Bellacock's going to go down to 0, and then she's going to lose. I think Charlotte's going to lose Monday, but win Sunday.
It would be a perfect spot for Paige to turn on Charlotte.
It actually would, too.
That would be a perfect spot right there.
But we'll see what happens next week on Raw. Was that the main event after that?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, the main event was New Day, Seth Rollins taking on the primetime players and John Cena. New Day are the best thing on Raw in the last couple of weeks.
That little deal they had with Edge and Christian with the kazoos and
that's right, Edge and Christian with the kazoos. I mean, they were just the trombone. I mean, everything about New Day is, even though they're a heel and they're not supposed to be entertaining and funny and making.
But they are. I mean,
but hey, that's their gimmick. They're funny. They dance. They remind me a lot of like you said, like Edge and Christian back in the day, where they act silly and
exactly
acted the fools, and it works. And I don't have really much. We'll go with you guys. We'll go with Justin first. What'd you think of the match and the ending where Sting comes out on the Tron again and throws the statue or knocks the statue into the
Well, to start off, I don't know if y'all guys saw it on Raw, but did y'all see where that fan was walking down with Rollins?
Yeah, the fan jumped the railing. Yeah.
I was watching that live, and I must have looked away and missed it because I didn't see that live. I saw it this morning.
Yeah, Tony told me about it, and so I went back and rewound it during the match. It's like, oh crap.
They kind of got away from it kind of quickly.
Yeah.
To where
and then you could see the referee holding him as Rollins is walking down.
Oh yeah. But no, I mean, the match itself was pretty good. I mean, Xavier Woods on the outside talking his crap. I mean, that was one of the best parts. I mean, New Day is one of the best things on Raw right now, if not maybe the best. You know, and the match itself. I mean, what can you say about the match itself? It was. I mean, I enjoyed it. They were given some time to do what they do, and they did. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and with the fan and everything, just WWE needs to beef up their security by the ring entrances. That's for sure, because that's what the second time someone has jumped the ring. Well, it happened in a house show too.
Yeah, because someone almost got Rollins. I mean Ambrose, and then the guy threw that briefcase.
The Roman Reigns thing just a few weeks ago, where someone threw a briefcase hit him in the head. I mean, this is really getting ridiculous.
Yeah, so they needed to. They really need to beef up security some way, somehow, and I'm sure they will, to where there'll be no more of these altercations happening. I mean, there's not much more that you can really do other than have security lined up on the side, which I don't think WWE ever expected someone to jump the railing like that ever.
Yeah.
But luckily Rollins wasn't hurt. Luckily the referee was there to do some action there, and I don't expect to see that again happening. Dave, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, to touch on that a little bit too about the fan, I mean, just imagine, I'm glad nothing happened, but just say something did, you were on live TV, this dude could have done, even though Rollins could have, handled himself, but if he would have seen the guy coming and he, stabbed him or did something like that, you want to look at the bad stuff just because you never know what some of these fans can be thinking, who jumping over the railing doing this stupid stuff. And he walked right up to Rollins and walked down the ramp with him. No one even grabbed him or nothing until he was all the way down the ramp. That's just crazy right there. And I mean, sometimes the match, it was an odd pairing. I mean, all of us, I think, when we first started making the match, we were like, oh, sweet, they Dudley and Cena versus New Day and Rollins, off the main event. And then it's SmackDown. I was like, okay. But it was just odd to me. But, the match wasn't bad. I mean, then, of course, New Day wins because I think he got them faster, and then got the whole popping up and down, popping up and down, which is kind of funny, and then
Didn't New Day lose? I thought New Day and Rollins lost. They won?
No, they lost.
Did I say they won? I thought I said they lost. My bad. Well, anyway, the good guys won. Sorry. But yeah, you're right, they lost.
John Cena got the AA.
Yeah, New Day gets the loss. So Rollins.
Hey, props to John Cena, though. I think this is his first match since he broke his nose on Raw. So, I mean, they've really been careful with him. So, I mean, especially what just happened, too, just over the weekend where there's a big scare where he dropped on his head and everyone was worried. So, I mean, WWE Wrestling tonight was like, or last night was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, people don't. I mean, a lot of people said this is totally off topic, but WWE definitely runs too many live events, and that's what they're known for, running all these live events. But I mean, maybe it's getting a little too much. So some of these guys definitely run a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
the segment was good. No, go ahead.
What?
I was just saying the segment was good and entertaining, and it led into our little podcast. But yeah, I mean, yeah, go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
I mean, that's the way they make their money, though, is these house shows, and maybe not have them have street.
Back a little bit, yeah.
Maybe not have them have street fights or something like that.
Yeah, they go into the crowd. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what they always do with these. I'm sure you guys been to a few with it. I've been to one where they're like, well, text or tweet. I think it was one I went to was text. Text through what match you want to see: a straight fight, a last man standing match, or fall count anywhere. So tweet it or text in what you want to see. I mean, now it's tweet, but I mean,
well, that's just to keep the fans interested, and
yeah,
and they feel like they didn't pay their money. I guess for nothing. I guess I'm assuming that's what they do it for. But I see what you mean, and I guess I thought the match was good. Of course, it could have been a lot better. And
I did this on Facebook where they showed Brandy or Ian, whatever her name is, interviewing Stone Cold on Facebook. I'm like, why wouldn't they put this on Raw? Stone Cold would get a huge pop if he just came out and did a quick little 30-second interview, or even backstage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I've never understood when he's doing these podcasts, why not put him on Raw?
Talk about getting viewers.
Have him in the show, or come out and do a little segment real quick.
well, I think they do it on Facebook is because they got so many damn followers.
I know, but you could take like Stone Cold and put him on Raw. That would be like wow, Stone Cold make an appearance live on Raw tonight. You know, it'd be something cool like that.
Yeah, it really would.
But I guess that's what makes the network so unique. But I think it'd still be cool just to see him make a Raw appearance again.
Well, maybe someday. I'm sure we will see that. But yeah, the match was good. The Sting segment was pretty interesting. Like I said, if WWE wants their ratings to shoot up high next week against Monday Night Football, I'd put Sting in a match with John Cena of some sort of tag match or
at least some kind of confrontation.
Something, maybe a contract signing. I mean, I know they're kind of old and lame, but you gotta have
a double contract signing.
You gotta have them guys somehow square off if you want your ratings to do well.
Yeah, it'd be so cool to see Sting actually have a Monday Night Raw match.
Oh hell yes!
Wrestling on Nitro, just to have him one like Monday Night Raw match is pretty cool.
Yeah, and it would help their ratings up dramatically. I mean, first time ever tonight, you'll see Sting,
Sting and John Cena versus
Rollins and Kevin Owens, or Rollins and anybody. I mean, you could throw Rollins with anybody, and they could have him in a match. I think it would work. I think fans would tune in. Especially if it's
Why not just have Rollins wrestle 3 matches at Champion? Just put him back with the Shield versus the Wyatts, and he can wrestle those other 2 matches.
Oh, imagine that. Now you really get someone hurt. But yeah, I feel you.
Not gonna happen, but that would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Quick thoughts. I don't know if Justin saw the podcast.
Nope, I did not.
So you're just quick thoughts, real quick, Dave, on the podcast, and then we'll end the show.
It was awesome. It's probably one of the most entertaining podcasts I've ever seen. If you haven't seen it, you gotta go check it out. I mean, Stone Cold singing, like the news were hilarious. Just the stories here in Edge and Kristen talk about TLC. We mentioned Jeff Hardy. I mean, some really cool stuff.
Yeah. The stories about the TLC matches were cool, and major props to the Hardys and to the Dudleys. So, if you have the network, definitely go check out that podcast. It's definitely worth watching. Sorry for the quick Raw video tonight, but it was just not that great of a Raw to really.
Oh yeah, I mean it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't something to elaborate a lot on. Next week we'll be busy with the Go Home show, and then we'll have our prediction show next week as well. So it's going to be a busy week next week, also with our NFL prediction show as well. So it's going to be a busy week next week. Probably do, keep the same schedule. Tuesday, do the Raw review and then NFL picks. And then probably Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, we'll drop the predictions video.
We got NXT Saturday.
Yeah, NXT next weekend, so pretty excited about that. So
Yep.
It's going to be pretty interesting next week, and hope everybody can join us. If you're interested in our NFL picks, we're going to be going live in about 5 to 10 minutes with our NFL picks and Super Bowl picks, and then we'll go on from there for next week on Monday night. So we appreciate everybody watching tonight, and we'll be back next Tuesday night. Appreciate it, everybody.